Okay, so I'm going to talk about a little girl called Charlotte. Now, Charlotte and Brandon are in the same group, and when they both first came to me, their memory retention, they couldn't retain any information that they'd gone through. They didn't know barely any phonics. We were on Yellow Band, which is a low level one, and they couldn't read the words. So I was speaking to the SANCO, and they both had to come off the Project Exco programme. For the next 3-4 weeks, maybe a month, we did phonics. 3 times a week, for an hour and a half, phonics. The oo, poo and the zoo, how we shout it out constantly, how we would put phonics into words, how we'd find the phonics in words, and then they could start to read again. So we went back onto the Yellow programme, and they were fantastic. It was a bit slow, like, and they did have to sit there for about half an hour with one book, but they really, really, really come along. Now Charlotte, this little girl, comes from a really poor background. She isn't really spoken too much at home, so when she comes back in on a Monday, we have to concentrate on having a conversation and getting her level of speech back up to where she was on Friday before she left school. She's got no one there to help her. I have a phonemic on as well, and we sit and do homework together. She also goes home now, and her brother, who's in year 1 and she's in year 2, sits and does her homework with her. So that's a massive step. At least she's got somebody, and her brother is a high achiever, so they sit together and they do her homework. Things I put in place, so we have a sticker chart for homework, so that makes her do her homework as well as Brandon Lee. They both always bring in their homework now, and they were ones who didn't bring in homework. We've been learning 100 high frequency words because they are always misspelt in their work. That's for both of them. And the other day, bear in mind they haven't been able to read or spell when they first came to me. She had 15 out of 20 on her high frequency words. I ran around with a book, the SANCO wrote a little message, the head wrote a little message on it, I wrote a little message, her teacher, everyone saw it. She works really, really hard. She loves wearing her little watch, and we shrink and we grow. And she's gone from a 5.4 when she first came to me to
5 years, 4 months.
5 years, 4 months
Yeah,
to 6 years and 2 months. And that was when I last tested her a couple of months ago. We use her talking tin because of her memory retention. We use her talking tin to write her sentences. So puts it on, she can do it all herself. She can say it into it, and she can play it back, and she can start to write independent sentences. And it's a huge, huge leap from when she came from in September. And I think it's always concentrated always on Brandon Lee, and we always say how fantastic Brandon Lee is, but it's both of them. They both make me so proud.
Are they year 2 children?
Year 2 children, and she just got a grade in from year 1 coming up, and it shouldn't have really been given because her ability was so low, and Brandon Lee wasn't given a grade. And they're both now, at least I think the last time I looked, 1Bs or 1As, yeah. They've come along like 2 sub-levels. They're fantastic. So they were on Yellow Band, and now they're actually, which was a low level 1 when we had to come off that to start off with, and now they're on Orange Band, which is a low level 2, and they can read it, and it's fantastic. The teacher, the SANCO, also said to me that they can actually understand Charlotte now. They can actually understand what she's saying to them. Whereas before, her speech ability was so low, you just would ask her 5 times what she's actually said.
So that's quite fast. So we're talking about a reading intervention, but because of the work that you've done, it's improved her phonics, it's improved her articulation, it's improved her sentence construction, it's improved her writing. So it's that sort of, you can't, the first quote that we looked at in Hamburg, you can't separate out completely one from the other. Once you get one thing going well, the reciprocal relationship between reading and writing means that both things will work. So that's fab. Really exciting though, isn't it?
Fantastic, both of them.
Wonderful.
They're the ones that I'll remember. I'm like, yay!
Excellent. Yay! Well